MacVoices at CES 2026. MacVoices is at CES in Las Vegas. Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. For the past couple months, you've heard me talk about the Antigravity drone. They've been sponsoring MacVoices, but I was anxious to come to CES and see the thing in action and get the experience. And what an experience. Everything I've told you up to this point is not only, it does not do it justice, let's put it that way. But we're going to talk to Michael and let him try to do justice to everything that the Antigravity could do. Michael, it's good to see you as always.
It's good to see you as well.
So, first of all, congratulations on your promotion. You are CEO now of Antigravity.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I've operated in the drone space for over a decade. I've operated with new technology with Insta360 before coming over here. And now with Antigravity, it combines the best of both worlds. It combines incredible image quality on the 360 side with leading flight systems. So uses the best of my experience from both worlds. I'm really excited to show the world what we've done with the A1.
Well, the A1 now, I had a chance to observe it and fly it yesterday and be in the goggles. And it is everything that you've talked about and more.
Yeah. So the A1 is a revolutionary new drone that essentially changes the way that we fly and the way that we think about flying. A1 is the only fully integrated 360 drone in the market, meaning it captures everything around you and erases the drone, so the drone becomes invisible. It comes with a cutting-edge headset called our vision goggles, and it comes with a single operated controller called the grip. And together, the drone, the grip, and the goggles create the ultimate drone flying user experience. Whether you're a content creator who wants to capture every angle and have unlimited reframed options, or you're a professional who only has a limited time to get a certain shot, and so you never miss a moment. So it gives you a big margin of error. Or if you're at the very basic entry level, like you've been thinking about flying drones, you've been thinking about how do I get into this space, or maybe you've been a little bit intimidated by flying a traditional drone, the A1 makes it easy for anybody to pick it up and fly it right away. And when I first tried the A1 a while back when it was in development, I got the same nostalgic feeling as when I first tried a drone 12 years ago. When you fly a traditional drone, you're flying a camera, and that in itself is cool. Like, look, you can fly a camera way over there. When you fly the A1, you become the camera, you become the drone. And with the 2.5K by 2.5K display, it feels real. It feels like you're there. It is just so cool.
When I did it yesterday, I was in a cage, so we couldn't do too much because I'm not practiced. But what got me was the 360 degree. I mean, I could look straight up. Could look down. We took it up high enough, could look down and see myself, which is a very strange kind of thing because the few drone experiences I've had, you're looking out at the horizon and all the gorgeous panorama. But this way, I could look anywhere, front, back, sideways, up, down, and with a lot of clarity.
So if you look at what a traditional drone is, they're GPS stabilized, they're easy to fly, but you're always looking at where the camera's looking. If you look at an FPV drone, you get these ultra dynamic shots, these super creative shots, but the barrier to entry is very difficult. I myself, after 10 years of flying drones, hesitate flying an FPV drone because it's difficult. I don't want to crash an expensive camera. The battery life might only be a couple of minutes. So what A1 does is it combines the ease of flying a traditional drone with all of the creative benefits of flying an FPV drone. And it's there's nothing else like it, right? And what you were talking about, what you can do is you can independently fly the drone in one direction and look in another direction. And what the goggles do for you is if you are doing that, it'll pull up a POV, like a picture-in-picture window, so you can always see where the drone is going while still looking in that direction that you're looking in. And it's the most out-of-body experience I've ever had because when we're used to flying drones, it's like you're always looking in front of you. You're always looking at what the drone's seeing. With this, you can even set it on autonomous flight paths using our SkyPath, and the drone will fly itself along that path, and then you can just enjoy the ride and enjoy the experience, and that's what makes it unique.
And the SkyPath feature is something that after I learned what it was, I was really intrigued because I could see a dozen commercial applications for that where you would want to cover the same route or the same area, a week, a month, a year later so that you can compare it. And with this, you're doing exactly that. You're not, I was a little bit this way, a little bit that way. You're going to be flying the same path.
Right. So, while this drone was built for consumer use and fun, there's an endless amount of commercial applications for it. Now, there are benefits of a traditional drone for all these applications like real estate, and emergency response and these other areas of business. But our drone makes those experiences way better. So for grid searches, for windmill and turbine inspections, for bridge inspections, right? When you're flying a traditional drone under a bridge, it's very hard to look up. With our drone, you can look in any direction. So it just it gives you what you're already doing, except in a more robust way, right? So
I hadn't even thought of bridge inspections, but that's a great example because, how are you going to do a bridge inspection? You try to tilt the drone up? You can't do that.
Exactly.
But with the 360, you set it at a comfortable height and then start looking around.
Right. And look, there are commercial drones that do those things that can have a top camera, but then you're paying $20,000, $30,000 for a system that's large and complex that you need special permits for. Our drone is under 250 grams. It's actually 249 grams. So from a consumer perspective, you don't need to get it registered. You can just go out and fly it and enjoy what you're doing. From a commercial perspective, you can get a bigger battery on it if you are certified and you are using it professionally and you are registering that drone. The drone can fly up to 39 minutes in a tiny little form factor. So it's quite powerful.
Yeah, I'm so shocked.
And a lot of people have been asking me about the price point. Sure, it is a slightly higher price point starting at $1,600 US, but the components, the technology, the systems and the R&D testing that have been put into it are at the top standard. The drone is extremely premium. It's a consumer drone, but it's been through 5 years of R&D. It's been through over $150 million of R&D investment into that product, and it borrows some of the image sensors from Insta360 that have been in development for over a decade. So while it may be the first drone that we've produced, it has some serious power and engineering packed into it.
And that's exactly where I wanted to go, is the 8K part, because it inherited that from Insta360. So you guys didn't just start from scratch. You partnered, or I'm not sure if you partnered or sistered or whatever, but bottom line is it's the Insta360 quality flying around.
Yeah, and so the relationship is actually very straightforward. The Antigravity was incubated by Insta360. A lot of the 360 technology, the image sensors, the stitching, even the mobile app and how the AI works to automatically reframe and edit videos for you, that was all supported by Insta360. But then there's this whole other world of technology that Insta360 doesn't do, which is flight controllers and flight stabilization and goggles technology and long-range wireless transmission. And that was all developed in-house and with the support of other third parties. So it's actually an incredible partnership. But yeah, Antigravity is a completely separate standalone company.
The website where folks go to learn more.
Yeah, antigravity.tech. You can also follow us on social media at Antigravity. And if you're at CES, come on by and give it a try.
Yeah, and that's the only bad thing about this whole deal is it's really hard to appreciate how good it is until you actually experience it. So if you're at CES, come, and if not, check out the videos. It's the best we can do right now.
Yeah, and to be honest, if you just want to learn a little bit more information about it, go to YouTube. There's a ton of videos on there for different creators who have been testing it for a couple of months now and trying it out, and you'll have no shortage of information online.
Michael, it's good to see you. Thank you for the time, as always. Take care. Folks, more from CES in Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.